Hello, friends. Hello. I am Rachel Archelaus / Intimate Alien. This is Carrie Roldan, and we're coming to you today Carrie and I are coming to you today to learn how to focus, and Intimate Alien is coming to you today to teach you how to focus. So I just had a pretty big call with Intimate Alien. I get to channel her. I'm part of her all the time. So, we talk constantly. And so I don't always have huge days when we have her call, because we're always in communication. Today was huge. I'm hoping some of that will come out for you, but you won't really be able to get the whole thing unless you were there. So if you want this year, especially my friends, if you want Intimate Alien at your service, one-on-one, in a group, but still you get to talk to her and ask her questions, go sign up for our group coaching. It is such a steal. I pay more for my gym than I do for this coaching service. It's at intuitiveart.com/membership. So highly recommended. I am her, and I'm still like, this is going to change my year. So I'm really grateful.
I'm putting it in the chat right now.
Okay. And hi, Jana. Jana was there, and I messaged Carrie on the break, Jana, and I was like, I felt it. I felt the need for that knock around, like personally. Like I needed to kind of be like, huh? Like what? Just to get out of my own way. And so I'm hoping you took it that way, because there's nothing but love. We are all in this together this year, and I am grateful for any help. So I definitely felt helped.
Well, and I went to just post it in the chat, which is so weird because I was able to post before the live stream started. But once it started, for some reason, maybe because I'm live, it wasn't letting me post to the chat. So I think Rachel's going to do it. But I really want to second that. And Rachel, I was feeling the same way. So it's funny that we both came to this call sort of with this like impromptu call to action of like, hey, if you want your 2025 to be what it can be, join our coaching group. Because I had that same experience today. I get plenty of access to Intimate Alien, and I also know what to do. Like I get lots of access to you, like you and I live this. And I had that same feeling today, like this is so valuable. I actually told Intimate Alien, like sometimes I just need to just like sit in your presence for a while, So Intimate Alien is not the only thing that you get when you join our coaching membership, but it is days like today where you're like, wow, that hour was worth the whole year. Like that 1 hour, right? And you get them every month.
Yeah, 5 minutes of that hour was worth it, to be honest. Like
yes.
Yeah. All right. Join us. It's great. Now, Intimate Alien will talk to you. And if you have questions for her, put them in the chat, and we'll do our best to answer it. In fact, I want to say the inspiration for Intimate Alien talking about this is Andy's email. It just happens to be that this is a very relatable thing. So Andy, I'm not going to go into your whole email, but basically she asked us, how can you live, be okay with, survive an extremely difficult life, an extremely difficult circumstances, things you just would never want anyone to experience, is the gist of it, which everyone can relate to that in some degree, whether you're watching someone go through it that you love or you're going through something like that yourself. So Intimate Aliens today of how to focus will help with that. It will also help if you just want help deciding what to focus on, like what project to do or how to live your life. So today's going to be pretty great.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, she's wanting me to tell you something too, because I realized today, like, I have so much happening as usual, but even more than normal. And sometimes I'm like, how the heck am I supposed to do all of this? And I just decided this week, there's time for everything. Everything has time. I'm not going to worry about it. So that is one way that I've helped myself. And she wanted me to tell you that. Okay.
All right.
She doesn't like it when I'm sick. We are here. It is not that we do not like it when she is sick. She does not like it when she is sick. So we are so happy to be with you today. Hello, Guillaume. Hello, Jana. Hello, Carrie. Hello, all of you. We are so grateful. Oh, and there is a girl out there. Hello. Why would you ever want to focus? Why? What is the big deal with focusing? Well, it is how you create. Have you ever noticed that you can only really be focused on one thing at a time? You can focus on how you're feeling, right? Or you can do a task, focus on the task, and what do? You lose touch with how you're feeling, right? Your focus switches. If you're talking to someone, you are focused on what they're saying. You can only do one thing. You can either focus on them or focus in your head about what you want to say. If you focus too much on you, you cannot hear what they say. Your focus is always somewhere, right? That is how you create. Your focus expands things, right? Right. So why is this important? Why? Because if your focus expands things and you want a certain thing to grow, but not an unpleasant thing, where you put your attention will determine what gets carried forward into your future. So if something unpleasant is happening in your life, you have some options, right? We've already discussed. You can put your focus on the thing that is unpleasant and that will grow, right? You're focused there. You're not focused on yourself, or you're not focused on the other good thing that's happening 200 feet away, right? So what would be the best case scenario if you want something good to happen? Focus on where something good is happening. You can make it up. You could find something real, right? You could read a book. And the key is to build your focus. So if you are reading a nice, good book, but something bad is happening over there, well, your attention might start to drift to the bad thing, right? So your focus is leaving your good thing and going to your bad thing. Well, remember that you only have one focus. And so you can train yourself to be more diligent in what you are looking at. And it's just like going to your gyms where you are lifting weights and you are building your muscles. It takes work, right? And lifting heavy things can be hard, and you might make an ugly face while you are doing it or make a noise. It's a choice to do that. It's a choice to build your focus, to build that muscle. And the more you can focus in ways that feel good, right? Which means you need to put your focus on yourself to know how you are feeling. The more you focus on yourself, in fact, and notice that you are feeling good, the easier it will be to go more and more and more and more. And so we know this is simplistic, but it's something that not a lot of people work on, right? It's a skill. It's a skill to focus. It's part of your creator toolkit, right? And so we would recommend treating this like a skill, like learning a language. It takes time, practice. Building muscle takes time and practice. And treat it respectfully, and it will work for you. And you'll get so good at it that if you notice yourself focusing in a way that's not beneficial to you, you'll notice it sooner, and it won't create such momentum and such magnetism for you.
Okay. So I feel like we talked about this before, but I think it's important that we bring it up right now, particularly in light of Guillaume's comment. Because oftentimes when we say focus, people hear focus, think about the thing that you want. So can you explain the difference between where your focus is and thinking about the thing that you want? Or am I making sense there?
Yes. We did not see Guillaume's comment. Do you want to share it or no?
It's okay. We don't need to share. He just said he's decided to stop focusing. But I think it's because there's no way we could stop focusing. So I want to make sure.
You're right. You cannot stop focusing because your focus is your attention. Wherever your attention is, so you are focused on us right now, right? You are interacting. Hello, right? You are here with us. So you are focusing here. If you were to close your eyes and go inside of your own head and for anything, then you would be focusing there. Focus does not mean to think about. Think about means to think about, right? Focus is just, oh, I am focused on this. I remember how this tastes. I like it. It makes me feel good, right? My focus is here, right? And right now my focus is on Carrie. I'm wondering what she will say next, right? So your focus is wherever your attention is.
And so that is important because where your attention is, putting a lot of attention on something that you want is not always the same thing as focusing on the way it will feel.
Correct. They are two different things. Yes. This is so if the skill number one is to know, to recognize where you focus in any moment, skill number two is to focus only in ways that feel good. And so for that, you need to have an awareness of how things make you feel and of how you are feeling, regardless of what is outside of you, right? So it's a different skill to be aware of your feelings. Being aware of your feelings and your vibration is really important because you do only want to focus on things that feel good, right? The ultimate skill is to feel good regardless, to have such an embodied alignment, and this is what we were speaking of in part on our call, to have such an embodied alignment that it doesn't matter what's going on outside of you, you see from source. You see only alignment because that is the truth. It's not necessarily, we won't get into it. There's too much, but knowing where you're focusing is number one. That will help you because most of you don't even know where these things come from. You don't know why you have a flat tire. You don't know why you get sick. You don't know why, fill in the blank, all these bad things happen to you or all these good things happen to you. You think they're luck. They are not. You are a creator being. What comes into your life is because of how your vibration is, which is because you are observing beings, mostly because of what you focus on. So that is why we are starting here with you today. Does that make sense?
Well, yes. So that idea of feeling good regardless, right? You're saying how to focus. How to focus. So the answer, if we want what we want, we need to feel good regardless. So to use your weightlifting example, and you said sometimes you're lifting weights and it's heavy and it's hard and you might make a weird noise. So in that example, what would you do to feel good regardless?
Well, you can feel good making a silly face and a noise, right? So you can feel good climbing a mountain, being out of breath, or being in pain. You can feel good in any moment. It's a choice. It is a choice. And one of the biggest things that goes along with your planet is all of these stories, these backstories and these meanings, and you assign meanings to everything. Well, you can also just decide to assign a new meaning to everything in your life, that everyone is responsible for themselves, and that everyone is here of their own volition, and that you don't know why someone's here. They could be fulfilling their, down to the little period on the sentence, that this is what they wanted to experience, and whether or not it seems like that's true or not is irrelevant, right? Why would someone come here to suffer? Because they know they are not truly suffering, right? So you mess yourselves up in many, many ways because you think you have empathy that is good, and you think you are feeling, and you get yourself so wrapped up and crumpled up at the pain of others, which, you know, most people do. It's what you see modeled for you. But it doesn't need to be that way. It doesn't need to be that way. You actually have the power to uncrumple, to feel love for all, including yourself, even in the face of others' pain. It takes practice. It takes practice, but it really takes a decision that that is what you intend to do. You intend to be perfectly at peace amongst chaos. And you have that power. You really do.
It makes me think of something I used to say all the time, which is behave like the person that you hope to become. And I'm thinking about it in this instance of focus, particularly, right? You warned us intimately, and you said 2025 is going to give us opportunities to choose to remember that we're the creator. And judging by the comments here today, like, I think I'm not alone in like seeing opportunities to choose my focus, to choose, and like every human being, there is a pull to feel sadness, compassion, empathy. Like there's a pull to look lovingly, or at least what I believe is lovingly, right, at things that don't make me feel good. And I think about, if I behave like the person who I hope to become, I don't let that make me sad. I let that actually expand my love, my power, my generosity, my capacity. That's what I let it do.
Exactly.
And
Yes.
so instead of looking at, I've had a few situations happen since 2025 started where I could look at them and feel powerless or hopeless or there's nothing I can do about that. Or I could choose to behave like the person I hope to become, the person who I truly am, right? And look at those situations with absolute unconditional love, which helps me feel way more powerful, have
Yes.
more capacity to, it doesn't mean I can change what has already happened, but can respond from a totally different place, right? And that is choosing my focus.
And it gives you access to your full resources, right? What is more loving than coming with a cup overflowing, right? If you were to come at it from a diminished place, you have less to give. So some people feel that what we are advocating is cold, right? And uncaring, to not look at the pain of others, to not empathize. But we are not doing that at all. We are saying fully love, right? Like you brought up, fully be present for someone, fully see them in their magnificence, not in their diminished state. That's not who they really are. So you can take this or leave it, right? You may not agree, and that is okay. You are here to have your own free will. So that is fine. But would you want me to come here and start? It's so hard to imagine. Whatever, commiserating and crying and saying, "Oh, what a terrible world! What use would I be to you? Why would I even need to be here, right? Just go find another person to complain with, right? That's easy to do on your planet. That's not how I can help you. I can help you by knowing that you are perfect, beautiful beings who have every resource, because you are source beings, right? You are source. So that is what I can remind you of.
Well, and to use a human example of that, because I have been with you when I have told you things or said things, and it's not like, even though you are an alien, you have not been cold or unloving, right? You will say, I understand, and I'm sorry that you're feeling that way, and you can choose something different in any moment. And I see the wholeness of you, and I see, right? It doesn't feel, choosing to keep your focus on your higher self, on your truth, doesn't make you uncaring.
Yes.
At all. So, so how do we focus? We've been talking about it. Go ahead.
By being aware of what you are focusing on. Where is your attention? You can repeat that to yourself all day. Where is my attention? Is it on something beneficial for me or not? Is this what I would want to create more of? Because wherever your attention is, you are creating more of it, right? So am I feeling good from this? Do I want more of this? Those are questions to help you focus better.
And the word that is coming to me, which is maybe what we might be doing more of in the app in February. I don't know, Rachel, I haven't talked in depth about it, but in our app in February, we will have Focus Boot Camp.
Yes.
Is this idea of calibrating, right? It is difficult to change your focus from everything is wrong in my life and I feel hopeless to everything is right in my life and this is the best I've ever felt.
So the link to the app is in the description here. It's still free, and Focus Bootcamp will be free. So come on in as Rachel and Carrie solidify the app, the paid version. You keep getting it for free. So why not join us? Alignment Bingo is still happening, and I will be present in Focus Bootcamp. So come see more of us, and it will be fun.
And Alignment Bingo is a perfect way to focus, right? It's a really simple game that you don't even have to play it every day, but it's a really simple game that you can play with yourself every day to like spend a little bit of time so that you can click it off on your bingo card, putting your focus on something that feels good.
Yes. So we know this was a simple message, but one that you needed to be reminded of more than likely, right? Wherever your attention is it helping you to feel good? And would you want to create more of that? Easy.
Well, here's what I've noticed about you, Intimate Alien, in these past few months. Your message is simple, and it is clear, and it is direct, and it has a bold energy to it that, I don't know, maybe it's always been there, maybe it's just hitting me differently, but there is a intensity. I don't know what the word is exactly, but just like a little bit more directness from you. Like, listen, are you going to do this or are you not? I love you, but I'm not messing around here. Really appreciate that.
Yes. Well, we have known you for many years now. All of you. We have been coming to this planet as Intimate Alien for 7 years now. And we have been calibrating ourselves to how we can get what you are asking of us to you, right? So we are here because there is an asking from you, and how we can deliver that message so that it hits you in the way you need, right? That is all. We are playing a game. We are dancing, and it is fun. It's fun to evolve, right?
So guys, let's do that together. Right there, Rachel and I have a couple really simple ways for you to evolve with us. And as we announced last year, Intimate Alien is all kinds of involved. She's all kinds of involved in our evolving. So whether you join us in our coaching group, intuitiveart.com/membership, where you get quite a bit of direct access to Intimate Alien, as well as me and Rachel, or you start with the app and join us for Focus Bootcamp and finish up Alignment Bingo with us. I just really encourage you to join us.
We love you, everyone, and we will see you the girls will see you next week. Bye for now.